My name's Mo. We try and buy stuff as low as possible and flip it for as much as possible. We do this part time, but we have a lot of fun doing it. I'm glad you're here. We're going to go through our best sales of the week, but we're also going to go through our worst sales. So stick around. Let's get to it. All right, so it's Sunday night. We're going to go through these sales as quick as possible. This is going to be the new format of the videos. Mondays is going to be this type of video. I'm going to record Sunday night, process it, and you guys will see it Monday morning. We're going to go through the entire week. We're not only going to go through our best sales, we're also going to go through a few of our worst sales to just give you some insight, maybe some stuff you should stay away from. These are our mistakes. I'm just going to put them out there. I'm going to be transparent. Let's see where we're at. Let's get to it. So let me show you around Flipwise real quick first. There's a lot of numbers that I've been curious about. As you guys know, well, if it's your first time here, the whole reason why we're doing this eBay thing is to try and replenish my wife's income. This software is really going to help us stay on track of what we're spending and then the cost of everything, right? Like the cost of shipping, the cost of fees. So I'm going to show you around real quick. And I'm curious, what do you guys use? I mean, if you're a reseller, what do you use to track your numbers? This was the best thing I could find, and I did see some like at-home Excel sheets, but I don't know if that would have been easier for me. So here you go. Let's start with this. June 30th through July 6th looks like we have an ROI of close to 2,000%, net profit margin of 54%. The ROI is going to be really high. If you're new here, we do a lot of sourcing at the swap meet, and our swap meet, actually all three that we go to frequently, have multiple dollar tables. These are nothing lavish. I mean, you really got to dig, but you do tend to find some really good stuff for a buck. So you'll see more of them here. I'm not just going to show you the 10 best sales. I'm going to show you the 5 worst. With this software, it's really easy to pull those up. So we're going to hit the 10 best and then stick till the end to see some of the worst flips. So maybe if you see something that's on there, so maybe you consider the cost that you're picking it up for, or just avoid it overall. I'm excited to go through those too. So let's get into this. Gross income is $964. After fees, shipping, and cost of good, our net income is $537. That's right on track of where we need to be at to hit the goals and hit the numbers we need to. I really do want it a little bit higher, but I can't complain. I'll take that. ROI by source. CC Swap Meet is the one that's closest to us. We have a swap meet like 5 minutes. Swap meet or flea market? What do you guys use? Let me know in the comments. I think different states call them different. We have had a few flea markets, but it's very rare that something's actually called the flea market here in Southern California. I've watched other YouTuber videos and they only use the word flea market. But for us, it's swap meet. So this swap meet is really close to us. It's at a college here near me. So that's the ROI by source. SFS swap meet. This is the night swap meet that I go to. Friday nights, they tend to have bands. It's a real cool place. The only thing that sucks is there's no good reception. This is my shirt lady. Yard sales, and looks like last place is CHS swap meet. CHS swap meet is a very small swap meet, and it's about 25 minutes away. We spend the least amount of time there. Obviously, I think that's why it's so low. This week I did fall behind, of course, with 4th of July. I didn't post anything 4th of July. I mean, look at my drop off here. So I posted 10 on the 30th, 10 on Monday, 6 on Tuesday, 12 on Wednesday, and then 4 on 4th of July. And I think this was like really late at night. Oh yeah, I hope you guys had a good 4th of July. But we had a lot of family over. We basically hosted, so cleaned a lot Friday, hosted everyone, and then I was beat on Friday night. Saturday we took it easy. I hit some yard sales in the morning, picked up some really cool stuff. Wednesday, you guys should see the haul of what I picked up this weekend. And between Saturday and Sunday, man, we really picked up some cool stuff. So keep an eye out for that video. Subscribe if you haven't, just so you get that notification that it's out. Trust me, there's a lot of cool stuff in there. And it looks like average time to sell is 2 months. So all the items that sold, it took about 2 months to sell. So let's get started with our 10 best sales. Before I get started, do me a favor, drop a comment down below. Let me know what's your best sale of the week or your worst sale. I'm going to show you my best. I'm going to show you my worst. Let me know what's your best this week. So at number 10, we have the Civil Regime blue size small. It's a pullover hoodie. I found this sweater for $2. Civil Regime is a brand that I know has a big following. I've sold some brand new shirts of theirs. Almost anything that I have on my store that's Civil Regime gets a lot of eyeballs. This sold for $23.99 plus $7.98 in shipping. Net return is $18.01. ROI is 901%, and the net profit is 56%. Looks like I charged $7.98 for shipping, and the cost to ship it was $7.34. So I do flat rate shipping on most of my stuff. So this is one that I got right. So I'll point those out too. Number 9 is these Vans shoes. They're pretty cool, kind of like lumberjack style. You got the plaid on the inside, the brown on the outside. These shoes were almost new, and I got them really cheap. I paid $5. This is from the yard sales in Santa Ana. Paid $5. Took 17 days to sell as well. Net return is $18.29. ROI is 366. Net profit 46%. These sold for $29.99 and $9.99 shipping. See, this one cost me a little bit more than what I charged, but still good. Still 46% margin. Made $18 on it. Not bad. Number 8, we have this East Carolina Pirates. It's a puff print long sleeve. It's kind of hard to tell from this picture, but imagine if you've seen those long sleeve shirts with the Disneyland spell out on the back. This is exactly the same manufacturer, the same type of shirt, and the same puff print. So the letters they stick out kind of like 3D. It's a really nice shirt overall. This sold for $26.02 plus $4.98 in shipping. It cost us $5.62 to ship this, but still our net return was $19.31. ROI is 1,931%. That's because we only paid $1 for these shirts. Funny thing is, we were out yard selling, and I actually found a guy who sells at the swap meet as well, the one that's right by my house. So we were at his house, and he just had a ton of shirts. $1 a piece, so $1 to make $19. I love those deals. At number 7, we have this Walking Dead foam dart crossbow. I got this at a yard sale not too long ago. This only took 9 days to sell. Customer paid $50 plus $30 in shipping. It's going overseas. I believe it's going to the UK. I had it listed for $59.99. See, it shows you here too. I paid $20 for this. I did pay up. I looked it up, and there was multiple sold for $50 and $60. So I said, okay, I'll just list mine at $60. Mine was pretty complete, had the box. It wasn't brand new, it was open box. Net return is $23.39. Looks like I made a few bucks on the shipping as well. ROI is 117%, and the net profit margin is 29%. Number 6 is the speakers. I got these at a yard sale. I paid $4 for them. They sold for $33.24 plus $9.99 plus $9.99 in shipping. I did that flat rate shipping again, and here I lost about $1 as well, but still the net return is $23.83. ROI is 596, and the profit margin is 55%. And that took about 7 days to sell. So halfway there at number 5, we have these Vans. They say Vivine Westwood, I think. I tend to copy and paste a lot of the description. I use a lot of Google Image. I don't know about you guys, but I do use a lot of Google Image. And then when I find it, whatever website it's on, or if it's from the manufacturer's website, I'll copy and paste a lot of words, especially anything that I think is going to be a keyword. But these I picked up for $4 at Santa Ana yard sales. $4, took 12 days to sell. Customer paid $34.99 plus $9.99 in shipping. Looks like my cost to ship these was $9.17. So I made a net return of $25.85. ROI is 646, and the profit margin is 57%. Good flip in my book. And I just picked up so much stuff at that yard, so I'm super pumped. This one is cool. I'm super thankful I ran into this guy at the right time. This is a JVC double DIN touchscreen head unit replacement, and it's just the faceplate. This is at that night swap meet. Like I said, there's not much comping there, but I ran into this guy. He had a bunch of stuff for sale. I actually started talking to him because I wanted some first aid kits that he had. I've sold some Mercedes-Benz first aid kits. I believe I sold it for like $50, that Mercedes-Benz one. So I saw that he had some Mercedes-Benz first aid kits. It's like the ones that come with your car when you buy it brand new. He had some Lexus ones, some Nissan. He was asking about $5 for each one. I said, how much for all of them? He said like $30, something crazy. I mean, it was like 20 of them. And I said, sure, I'll take them. So he had his kids bag them up for me. And as they were bagging them up, I started looking around and I saw these radio units. I actually bought about 50 radio units and then like 100 remotes from him. I asked him how much he wanted and he just said, make me an offer. I was actually going to buy a radio, like an old stock radio, and like 5 of these head unit. He said like $25 or something like that. And I said, how about 21? And I gave his kids $5 each. And he loved it. I mean, he thanked me so much. He said, look, I'm selling all this stuff really for them to get them some money. And he just told his kids to throw like everything in the box. So he gave me almost everything. He's like, look, I just want to get rid of stuff and I want to get them a little bit of money. And he was glad that he had them out there. So it was super cool. I actually tried to say no, but he just kept loading stuff and loading stuff. So this unit sold for $29.99 plus $9.99 in shipping. The cost of shipping this one was $8.29. Made a little bit of that money that I lost in the last two, I guess. So I put this down as $1. We did count out the units. I spent about $61 with them. And it was a little bit over 60 pieces that I got. So I just put it down as $1. Net return is $26.52. So that's already about half my money back on the whole thing. And this is just one unit. ROI 2,652%. That sounds crazy. Net margin 66%. So that was number 4. Let's move on to number 3. Sorry, on this JVC, it only took 3 days to sell after I listed it too. And I have a bunch of stuff that's still not listed. I have pictures ready to go, but let me just show you real quick. All of these remotes. And then we'll get to the radios. Oh, see here are the first aid kits that I was talking about. So this is all stuff that I gotta post. I fell behind this last week. Like you saw, I only posted 44 items. I have 1,700 items in this, but of course, it's like, on average, probably 8 to 10 pictures per item. So 1,700, that's still a lot of items. It's like 170 items probably, somewhere around there. And some stuff only has 4 pictures or something small like that. So bottom line is I got about half my money back in just this one unit, and I have a ton of items still to list from that buy. All right, so let's go to number 3. Number 3 is this Disneyland Avengers Campus Spider-Bot remote control replacement. I actually have another one that just sold, so I could kind of show you what they look like. 3 spider bots and 3 remotes. The guy said that one of the spider bots for sure didn't work. It was like taken apart. I actually was going to sell it all as a lot. I looked it up, and these remotes by themselves sell. Obviously, this one sold for $39.99. But good thing I looked, because I was just going to lot everything up as untested or for parts, and just the remote by itself, it could get programmed to different spider bots. Let me show you real quick. See, so I lotted the other 3. It's these little spiders, broke them apart. I have those listed as a lot of 3. Got a lot of eyeballs on it, so hopefully it should go. I had 3 remotes. 2 have already sold. This one sold for $39.99. Actually, no, that one sold for $39.99. This one sold for a little bit less, but this will be maybe on next week's video. So this customer paid $39.99 plus $7.98 for shipping. Shipping, I paid $6.46. So it looks like I made a little bit of money on it. Took 11 days to sell. Net return is $40.56. I paid $10 for 6 items. I divided 10 by 6, and that comes out with $1.66 per unit. That ROI is $7,375. Net margin is 85%. If I only sold this one remote, made my money back, made it worth it. So number two, this was from a different buy. This was from I got this radio unit. This radio is out of a 2011 Ford Flex. So this is the original radio. This is like the control center. This unit by itself sells for about $200. So I have it listed. I have this one listed for right around $200, and then interesting. So I thought that this radio was from this buy, but it's actually not. This radio is from that same buy with that JVC, with this JVC from right here. So I'm now in the black for this whole buy. This GM was with it. So this sold for $49.99 plus $20 in shipping. Only cost me $10.86 to ship. This one I did do calculated shipping. That's why it charged so much. That means that my purchase price on this one's $1. Still $1 or $2. This is crazy. Sold for $49.99. I already said that. Cost me $8.29 to ship. Net return is $48.49. 425% ROI, and the net profit margin 69%. Awesome. So number one, I'm really excited to show you guys this one. But you know what? I'm gonna do, let's do the worst sales first and then go back to the number one. I'm pretty pumped, but let me just slam through the 5. Let's start with this one. This is number 5 for the worst. I paid $5 for this shirt. This is from my shirt lady. I thought this shirt was going to be worth a lot more. It's still sold for $15. Customer paid $4.98 in shipping. Still, the net return is $10.71. ROI 857%, and the net profit margin is 54%. So that's number 5 on the list of worst sales. I still have some of these shirts. I bought 4 of them, sold 1, still have 3. They don't have many eyes. There's just a lot of competition in this. This took about 2 months to sell. I don't know if I would pick them up again. I've been very selective with the Looney Tunes shirts now. Let's go to number 4 in the worst ones. This is listed on the worst, but honestly for me, it's still all profit. I put down the purchase price of $1. This was part of a really big buy. I bought a bunch of cassettes. I bought a bunch of vinyl, CDs, and Funko Pops. I bought them at a yard sale. This guy apparently had gotten into eBay, bought a bunch of stuff, bunch of media, and then went off to college and left everything at his mom's house. So literally the mom was FaceTiming and calling his kid saying, hey, this guy wants to buy as much stuff as possible. He gave me a really good deal on the Funko Pop. It was about 120 Funko Pops for like $180. So I paid like $1.25 for each. But then we started to bundle in more media. He had like some signed Ariana Grande CDs, Prince sealed records, just a whole lot of cool stuff. I've sold a bunch of the Funko Pops. I just recently sold a Bathing Ape Funko Pop. So there was one Funko Pop in that whole thing that was worth $100. The camera started overheating. I literally came back, hit record on my screen, and this did not record. So I'm about to do it again. We were on this Billie Eilish tape. Like I was saying, I did that big buy, ended up rounding out about $1 each unit. So this sold for $12.99 plus $4.98 in shipping. It took 4 months to sell. Shipping ended up costing me $4.68. So the net return is $9.80. ROI is 4,900%, and net profit is 55%. That ended up just being such a good buy. Number 3 worst sell is going to be this Eddie Bauer nylon pants. They're 38 by 32. So these pants I picked up for $1 at a yard sale. They looked in really good condition, so I just took a shot. I didn't look them up at all. Turns out that they didn't really have that much demand. So it sold for $12.02, $7.98 in shipping. It costs you $6.66 to ship it. Net return is $9.38. ROI $9.38. Net profit is going to be 47%. Number 4 is going to be these Echo shorts. I really messed up on the shipping for this one, so I put $4.98 in shipping. They sold for $19.99, which is not bad, but this is the kicker. It cost me $8 to ship these. So after fees and shipping, I only made $8.49 on the deal. Still an ROI of 170% and a net profit of 34%. I paid $5 for them, and this is from that smaller swap meet that we don't go to as often. But I did pay $5 for them, which I thought was a good deal, but looks like I just butchered the shipping cost. Literally the $3 that I messed up on the shipping could have put it over $11 and it wouldn't have been in this list. And here we are with the number 1 worst sale of the week. This digital stopwatch, I know I bought it for $1, and I know I bought it either the first or the second week that I went sourcing for this store. And actually the funny thing is that this worst sell and the best sell, they both came from those same first weeks. I was buying a lot of these small electronics. I bought like translators, calculators, thinking that they had good value. This one is one that looks like it says 2 months to sell, but I had this in my possession for a few months before I even listed it. That's just how unmotivated I was to post it. But I said, hey, I gotta post it. I gotta at least give it a shot. It took 2 months, sold for $10 plus $5.55 in shipping. It only cost $4.36 to ship. Net return is $7.73. ROI 773%. Not the worst, but definitely don't want to get in the habit of those sales. But the good thing is that this bad decision I made in the same context as I did my best decision of these 2 weeks. So let's jump into number 1. Bam. It's a Bullseye barbecue handheld Konami. If that's right. I know that brand has a lot of followers, and it's a promotion game, and it's from 1989. I tested it when I first bought it. I bought a bunch of games, like 6 or 7 games from the same person. They all were $1. A few didn't work, so I just threw them away. This one didn't want to work. I actually was going to list it just as is because I saw that one had sold for $150, 100 and something like that. It was in pretty good condition. Mine would not turn on, but what I did was I cleaned the terminals of the battery. I said, hey, if this is $100 and something, I'm going to at least give it a shot. I listed it for $159. Someone sent me an offer of $149, free shipping. I went ahead and took it. It took 5 months. It literally sat on there 5 months. Like I said, it was right at the beginning of me sourcing, but that's an ROI of 11,919. Net profit margin of 80%. This little game, who would have thought? Let's see, what else do we have? We have some returns. Let's go through the returns real quick. So I have 3 returns. I don't get returns very often. I can't remember the last time I got a return. It's been months, but I got 3 back to back. They're all coming back. Actually, one arrived yesterday at my P.O. box, so I have to go pick it up. One was a pair of jeans. It was so weird. I have measurements. The measurements are right on the pants, and customers returned them. Don't fit. So nothing I could do there. They're returned. The second return is a rope set, like one of those workout ropes. It was brand new sealed, so hopefully they return it brand new sealed. But the customer said that they needed longer ropes, so whatever, those are coming back. The last return is the weird one to me, though. It was a really cool vintage Guess polo, like big color block. Really nice. I got it from this really high-end thrift store here that we have. And I don't think that they would overlook something like that. They're not a thrift store that gets stuff donated. They're a thrift store that buys most of their inventory. They have big old sections of like designer, glassware, belts, purses, that kind of stuff. And it was a brand new with tags polo. And the customer sent me a picture saying that it had holes in it. I looked at the pictures that I posted and they don't have holes in it, at least in the pictures. So I definitely don't know what could have happened. but we'll see. I'll update you guys. Stay tuned. So that's going to be it. That is the best sells. Let me know down below what you think is your favorite flip of the week, or tell me your favorite flip from your sales this week. I appreciate you guys watching till now. I hope you guys like this format of videos. This is how they're going to be released from now on. Mondays, you guys will get an update of the previous week's sales, just like this. Wednesdays, we'll go over everything we picked up over the weekend, so you guys will see some cool stuff. So make sure you stay tuned. That's where you guys will get a sneak peek of the stuff that's going to get put on the store. This week is going to be a really cool video. I hit a really cool yard sale, had a bunch of old hats, old shirts, single stitch shirts, super cool hats. There's a really nice hat behind me. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. I appreciate every single one of you that have already done it. Make sure you smash that like button. I've been told that YouTube doesn't care if you've watched the whole video. If you don't hit that like button, it doesn't know that you liked the actual video. So help us out. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you guys on the next one.